Hello everyone, it is me Emps, and today I want to show you in Clash of Kings which troops are the best to get, like which troops are the best that you can use in battles and in defending and in rallies. So to start off, I want to start with the infantry. Well, the low level infantries do not really need any information because they are pretty weak and it doesn't really matter how you use them, they will die anyway quickly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start from the average, like level 4 to level 10, and I will do that for all four kind of units. So I will start with the level 4. As you can see, his stats are right in here, and when you check, he has a very low attack, a average defense, a average HP, and his range is 1 that you can see right here. So he has a uh, not a really bad stats, but like inventories, it's really important to have a high defense and high attack because they are the first range troops. And when you go to level 5, you see that he has a very lower HP and very lower defense as well, but it has a higher attack. But since it has range 1, the chance of him being killed is very much higher than him being killed. So that's why I would recommend you to get level 4 infantry instead of the level 5. And when you move to the level 6, you actually see the noble swordman has a decent defense, like it's pretty high defense and a average HP, but his range is again 1, which is very low, and the attack that the infantry has is not very important at all because it's a range 1 troop and you really want him to defend in battles. And when you go to level 7, you see that he has a decent defense, a average HP for an infantry, and a range 1. So this is actually for average levels, like when you get level 19 castle and you get your infantry factory to level 19, you can start training them. They are like one tier below the best infanteries you can train. Why? Because the next two infanteries like him, the halberdier and the, wait a second, we missed one. Yeah, heavy pikeman and halberdier and the berserker. Like the berserker is like the best infantry you can train, and it is actually really the best infantry you can train. But comparing the level 7 infantry with the level 8 and 9, is like you need the infantry for his defense and HP, and when you compare the defense of Guard, like he has 68 defense, he has the heavy pikeman which is for level 8 troops, he has 41 defense and very lower HP, and the halberdier which is for level 9 troops, he has a defense level of 49 which is still lower, and HP of 18 which is still lower as well. But you might say, yeah, but he has 6 ton of attack bonuses, like he has 84 attack and he has 70 attack while he has 29 attack. Well, inventories are not really your killing power. You actually need only your killing power with your other towers, which are not one range, like they stay alive in a battle. So I'm going to show you quickly how to get that. uh, when you go to your archers, the low level archers are again not worth it, but I will start by level 4. When you look at the archers, you will notice that he has a attack of 35 and a defense of 17, but his range is 8. Like he stays very far behind all other troops, and it will help you defend very well. And when you go to level 5, you see his attack is actually less than the level 4, but and his range is actually lower than level 4 as well when you compare them to each other, but his defense and HP are higher, and I would recommend you to use a bowman. So he is called long bowman, but a bowman to use them for attack. As you can see, he has a double attack speed, but use them for defensive and rally attacks because he has a defensive bonus during defense. And I'm going to get to tell you soon why you have to use them in rallies instead of them in a short bit. So when you go to Archer God, he is for level 6. As you can see, he still has a lower attack than compared to the level 4, but he is really like he for defending is the level 4 still stronger, but for attacking I definitely will tell you to attack with the level 6 archer or the level 5 archer instead of the level 4. And when you get to level 7, you see he has a sick attack, a high defense as well. His HP is not really important, it is 10, which is low, but all other archers like level 7 below are lower than that, I guess. Let's check. Yeah, well, the HP does not really matter because his range is 8, so the chance that he will get hit in a battle is very low, and you will probably have less death in battle uh, instead of the less death you will get more kills because they have a very decent attack in rallies. But in regular attacks, I would still recommend you, like if you go single one-on-one, I would recommend you to get him because he has a double attack speed, which is better to kill your opponent with. And this is just to be safe in rallies, like other players die, but you stay safe. And when you go to level 8, it's again a archer, so it's again a bowman and not a crossbowman. So he has a still a lower attack than the level 7 archer, but he has a higher defense, I believe. Yeah, one defense only higher, but his range is very lower. Like he has 5 range while he has 8 range out of 10. So he has again a very high uh, chances to not be hit in a battle what he has, but he is again very much better in a single attacking someone. And when we go to uh, level 9 archers, you see the windlass man who has a big crossbow with him, and he has a very high attack and a very good defense, and his HP is not important at all because he is range 8, which is very high, and they will be safe in battle. And the level 10 is of course the best troop for attacking someone, and it has 65 attack, which is very lower than the windlass man, but for attacking he is really definitely very good, and you will see the results in battle. And I would recommend you to get him if you can, like if you have 30, level 30 castle. But if you haven't, I would you just to recommend you to stay with level 8 archers for attacking, and to level 7 with um, heavy crossbowmen for defending and attacking in rallies. So when we go, this archer is one of the main troops you can train for damaging your opponent and killing their soldiers. So when we go to the siege engine, you might be thinking, wow, you are level 19 castle and you do not even have level 16 siege factory, while you can train like demolisher or whatsoever. So the thing is with a demolisher and all other tools, I will start again from level 4. This level 5, this level 4. Alright, he has a very low attack, which is not even able to be seen, and his defense is low, his HP is low because he is a range 1 troop. But when you go to level 5, like this is the main soldier I trained so far, and it is really strong. He has a 64 attack, 28 defense. His HP is not important at all, but he has 11 HP, and his range is 10, which is incredibly high. And his load is 18, which means you can gather resources with it. Like it's the best to gather resources with your siege engines, but I really use them for rally attacks because They are very strong, that's the first option, and they have a high range, which means your troops are safe during a battle. Like they stay far behind all other troops. And then we go to level 6. That's, you might be asking, why didn't you get the demolisher? Well, first of all, yeah, they do have a very high load right here, but their attack is very low. Their defense is actually again low because they have range 1, and they are not like, they are not really strong in battles, and they will all get wounded or dead in battle. So that's the main reason I didn't get them. But when you get to level 7 siege engine, you get a 3 budget, and he has a high attack, a average defense, and 16 HP, which is again not really important because its range is 10 and you stay far behind all other troops, and they can do a massive damage to enemy. And the level 8 is again the same as the level 7, but it has some stronger uh, bonuses. Like here, yeah, he has like 118 and he has 98 attack, so that's probably 20 attack higher than the level 7. And the defense and HP are not really important because their range is 10, but yeah, they are here higher as well. And the siege tower, this will, as you can see, you can just read the bonuses right here. And he has a 49 attack, a high defense, that is actually a decent defense, and a decent HP as well, which is actually strong to use them. And they have a perfect load, but I still prefer to get the level 8s because they have very higher attack, and in actually in a rally attack they can do a strong amount of damage. And the level 10 is of course the max one, and as you can see, his attack is sick, like 164 attack, and his HP and defense are decent as well, but that's not really important because his range is 10 and he stays far behind all other troops. And the next tower that I want to tell you about is the cavalry. Cavalry is actually a tank because you have a frontline cavalry like him. He has 1 range, and you have cavalry like him, the level 5 and the level 4, which have a 4 range. Like they stay just in front of archers, and not the crossbowmen but the archers. So, and as you can see, this is the level 4. They are really good for attacking in resources. Like if someone is getting resources in a farming patch or somewhere, if you choose them to attack a farming patch, you will do more damage than usual to them than they do damage to you. And of course you can send a full marching to a farm patch, while the player that has sent a marching to collect the resources has sent like 20k of soldiers just to gather resources, while you can send 60k of marchings towards him, which means you have a lead on him and you can do a gigantic damage on forward him. So this is the cavalry level 5 cavalry shooter. He has a decent attack, a average defense because he is still range 4. This means that your infantry will be able to protect them, but they might be in trouble as well if if your opponent has pikemen as their infantry, because pikemen have a strong attack towards the cavalry. So when we go to the level 6, you see him. He has a high speed. That's actually the cavalries have the most high speed. And as you can see, he has a 44 attack, 32 defense, which is very low actually for a range 1 soldier, but it will do some work for you in battles. Like if your enemy has a lot of archers in their castle and they are low on inventory, so just send the same amount of inventory and tons of this cavalry, and he will lose a bunch of his archers. So, and as you can see, the heavy cavalry archer is for level 7 troops, and he has a very good attack defense because he has 4 range, so the defense is still quite a bit important, the HP as well, but it's most about attack and range, which means that he is probably a bit safe if you have level 7 inventories. And this is the level 8 cavalry, which has 64 attack, 47 defense, and 15 HP, which is quite a bit low, but his range is 1, so I would recommend you to stay with the cavalry level 7 for attacking anyone. And the level 9 is absolutely sick cavalry, which has 91 attack, 49 defense, which is high as well, a average HP and high speed, and a 4 range. Like, he is very good and he will stay alive in most of the battles, so you will be safe in most of the attacks if you use them. And of course the level 10 cavalry, I actually, if it's up to me, I would prefer the level 9, because he has, first of all, he has 91 attack while he has 90 attack, and he has 4 range while he has 1 range. So the chance that he is going to be killed or wounded in a battle is higher over him. But you might say, yeah, he has higher HP. I would say, well, I would still stick with him. It's more safe to use him. Like, if you have level 7 infanteries, you will be safe if you are using them instead of them. So now I'm going back to the inventory and tell you about the pikeman. So as you can see right over here, he is the pikeman. He has increased damage to cavalry. So if anyone is sending you cavalry and you have pikemen to defend, you know that you're fine. But it still depends on the level pikeman you have. Like, he can pretty well defend against the cavalry level 6, but if your opponent is sending cavalry level 7 or 8, I would recommend you to have them for defending against cavalries level 8 and 7. Well, you can use them as well, but I really would use them or them, and not really using them because they are low attack and defense and HP, and so you will still get more wounds or kills, wounds or deaths instead of kills. And for attacking anyone, I will just recommend you to stick with the guard, and otherwise get the berserker, which is for max levels, and I'm pretty sure that you do not have that. So I would recommend you to stay with the guard as the best infantry, and I would recommend you to stay with let me find it, the heavy crossbowman for a high level defending, and otherwise get to eagle archer, which is the next tier archer for attacking. But when it's up to rallies, I would recommend you to get the crossbowman. And about the siege engines, I would recommend you to get heavy mangonel or whatever. However, if you are like level 13 till 18, it might be a very big like amount of levels, but I really would recommend you to get a heavy manga. They are very much better than the battery ram and all lower tiers below that, and the demolisher in all of the battles. So I would really recommend you to get a heavy manga instead all level 6 below. And about level 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, I would recommend you to get level 7 if you have them, and if not, get level 8. If you do have level 8, get level 8 over level 9, but still have some level 9s in your castle in case you really need them. And level 10 is really the boss, so if you have them, you can conquer the king. So all that being said, I want to move to some battles and show you some epic challenges that you can see in my battles. We have rallied some castles, etc. Let's see here. For example, we have attacked someone, and in the battle details you can see that all the pikemen level 8 he has sent have been killed or wounded. Also, all the cavalrymen level 8, which they both have range 1. You can see that them both have, all of them have been killed and wounded. But when you move to this range 5 archers, you see that he has sent 20k of them, and he has killed 15k soldiers and got only 100 wounds. That's pretty nice.